Hey everyone! If you've ever dreamed of learning music, but felt like you've missed your chance or don't know where to start, this video is for you. Whether you're 23, 33, or even 73, it's never too late to dive into music. Together, we're going to break down a complete practical guide on how to start your musical journey, whether you want to play an instrument, sing, or compose your own music. Let's start with the basics. Learning music isn't about talent. It's about passion, persistence, and curiosity. First, think about why you want to learn music. Maybe you've always admired great guitarists or pianists, or perhaps music feels like a way to express emotions you can't put into words. Pinpointing your why will give you direction and keep you motivated. Now, when starting, choosing the right instrument can feel overwhelming. But here's the secret. The best instrument is the one that excites you. Guitars, pianos, drums, or even something as unique as a ukulele all have their own magic. If you're unsure, think about the music you love. Do you see yourself strumming along to folk songs or playing intricate classical pieces on the piano? Start there. And if you're just dipping your toes, try an instrument that's versatile and beginner-friendly, like the keyboard or acoustic guitar. Once you've chosen your instrument, it's time to plan your learning approach. And don't worry, you don't need to sign up for an expensive course right away. There are incredible free resources out there, from YouTube tutorials to apps like Musician or Ultimate Guitar. If you prefer structured learning, consider taking lessons with a teacher who specializes in beginners. A great teacher not only explains techniques, but also keeps you accountable and inspired. Now let's talk about music theory. I know that word might scare some of you, but trust me, theory is your best friend. It's not about memorizing boring facts. It's about understanding why music sounds the way it does. Start simple. Learn the basics of scales, chords, and rhythm. For example, understanding the C major scale gives you the foundation for countless songs. As you begin practicing, consistency is everything. Think of your music practice like brushing your teeth. It's something you do daily, not just when you feel like it. Set aside 20 to 30 minutes each day and make that time sacred. During practice, focus on small, specific goals. Instead of saying, "I'll learn the guitar," aim to master one chord progression or perfect one song this week. A question I often get is, should I learn to read music? And my answer is, it depends. If you're diving into classical music, reading sheet music is essential. But if you're focused on contemporary styles like pop or rock, you can get by with chord charts and tabs. However, learning at least the basics of reading music can open up a whole world of possibilities. So don't rule it out. As you grow, embrace the power of active listening. Don't just hear music, analyze it. Listen for the chord changes, the rhythm patterns, the melody lines. For example, if you love a particular song, ask yourself, what makes it so captivating? Is it the haunting melody, the driving beat, or the emotional lyrics? And speaking of lyrics, if singing is part of your musical dream, start training your voice alongside your instrument. You don't need to aim for perfection. Begin with simple breathing exercises and practice scales to strengthen your range and control. Eventually, you might want to experiment with creating your own music. And let me tell you, this is where the real magic happens. Start small. Maybe you write a 4-chord progression and hum a melody over it. Or you experiment with a digital audio workstation, DAW, like GarageBand or FL Studio, to layer beats and synths. There's no right or wrong way to create. It's all about expressing yourself. Now, one of the biggest myths I want to bust is this idea that it's too late to start music. Science backs this up. Our brains remain capable of learning new skills well into adulthood. Adults often have the advantage of being more self-aware and disciplined compared to kids. So, if you've ever doubted yourself because of your age, let that go. Lastly, enjoy the journey. Music is about more than skills and techniques. It's about joy, creativity, and connection. Don't compare yourself to others or get caught up in perfectionism. Instead, celebrate the small wins, whether it's playing your first song or writing your first lyric. If you've made it this far, you've already taken the first step. Music is a lifelong adventure, and there's no better time to start than right now. So grab that guitar, keyboard, or microphone, and let's make some noise together. You've got this.